Episode 23. We're back again.
It's our Jordan episode. You know, some people say like their Jordan year.
Yeah.
It's our Jordan episode.
We gotta naturally be great.
What didn't you read something when we like started this and you said like people don't make it past a certain episode?
It wasn't.
It was like I thought it was like 10 episodes or something like that.
It was low.
It was like I thought it was like 50 episodes maybe.
I think it was 50.
I think it was 50.
Yeah. If you get over 50, like your chance of like having like an ongoing thing is much higher.
Mm-hmm. Man, some people don't know like what goes into this because I'm gonna tell you. 2 days ago, I did a podcast with Mike Megan, and he does Any Given You podcast. He talks about college football, and we did like a 2-hour podcast. It was so fire. We also played football in high school together, and then there's no sound on it. I'm so pissed. I'm like, bro, how did I mess that up? But
And only you were recording now?
only me. Yeah. Yeah, because his is like audio, but it's dope. I want to see if I could do this or if it's a bad idea. Let's see. Bow. Nice.
Just sharing up over here.
This is fairly casual.
Yeah.
Fairly cash. So I'm just gonna start talking about that. Football season is back, Dave. It's college football season. Football's on right now. Notre Dame is playing, and you know me. I got a couple bets in.
Is that what you have up right now?
You said that's how much I got
No,
up
it's
right
not
now.
what you have up right now on that.
Yeah, on the screen. On the screen, guys, I have football playing. Where is it? There it is. There it is. I'm gonna show you. I got the under on this game, 48.5. I got Notre Dame has to win by 21 points. And
I saw that you
that's about it.
called someone that is going to go to the playoffs already. You already.
Oh,
You just posted
that's
that
the
video.
Cowboys because they got Trey Lance. He just got traded from the 49ers, which is crazy. And you know, I don't understand how he's third string in 49ers. They got Brock Purdy. They got the other guy, but Trey Lance, I like Trey Lance. I think he's an athlete. But he's definitely better than Dak. I do not like Dak Prescott at all. Like, I really don't like this dude at all. He's trash. He's slow. His accurate. He always overthrows the ball. He went to like Mississippi or Mississippi State. He didn't even go to like a big school. Or did he go to Texas A&M? I don't think so.
So, but he has hype,
He went to Mississippi State. He has a lot of hype.
but you're just not a fan.
I mean, he's been in the league for like 5 years and he
Okay.
just be shitting down his leg every single time they go to the playoffs. But man, NFL is coming on like 2 weeks from now. I think it starts in September. But this is like what I consider actual football. Like these games matter. You know what I mean? NFL's playing preseason games and stuff like that. But it's dope. I like it. Have you ever gotten into football?
Not really.
No?
Nah, like when I was younger, I guess a little bit, but not so much. You know what? Like, all right. So you remember the movie the Bronx Tale or whatever?
Yeah.
So like, remember in the one scene when he's younger and he's got like his cards or whatever, and like the younger guy, he's got his baseball cards, and like the mafia guy's like, man, he's like, what are you doing? He's like, you think those people give a fuck about you? Why are you over here sweating them? You know?
Yeah. That's
And I remember when I saw that, I was like, that's a good point. And then like I've always like kind of had that stuck with me from that point on.
As in, they don't give a fuck about you, so like...
Yeah, it's just like, what does it matter? You know what I mean? And then you know what else I don't like about football too, but I kind of understand it better now. It's like, say like your city, like, and the people aren't from that city. But I guess it's the city's ability to be able to buy them, which is good for the city. But to me, it's like...
What do you mean not from the city?
You know, say like Jacksonville's good, Miami's good, or Denver's good. Like they come from everywhere, though. You know what I mean?
The players?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Like, so why do you care? It's like, oh, this is my team. This is my team. This is my team. But why?
Well, the
You know what I mean?
organization who picks the players are your team.
Well, I get it. It's like the city's money, and like the city can make that happen if they get like a really big player or whatever. So I guess it is pulling together for the city somewhat.
Well, the NFL is a private entity. It's just some rich guy.
But they always, it is always some rich. It's been
But
clear
he,
too how
he
like,
gives money and taxes to the city and stuff like that. So
yeah, but the city or state usually does put a lot of money into like their stadiums though for them, like as a subsidy.
they do, and that's dope. I like it because it's like
Is that dope though?
it's like tribal, and it's like it's very tribal. It's like, and then people painting their faces the colors and stuff like that, and then like people like fighting. They're pretty much out there fighting.
Yeah. Yeah, I just never gotten wrapped up in it too much,
I definitely feel you.
or with the betting either. But
See-
I wish I was kind of up on it for the betting aspect because I see a lot of people
The betting's
that are
fun.
good at it
Ooh,
make a lot of money.
The betting is fun because for me, I like it because it's like it's almost like a lottery, but I can kind of control it a little bit. You know, like okay, say it's $5. I could bet on Notre Dame to win, USC to win, and Georgia to win. They're like obviously going to win their games. I could win like $1 because they're obviously, but then if you bet like those three and then you throw in kind of like an underdog, it's like you could win 4 teams. You could win like off of say like $5. You could win like $30. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh man, I hope.
Yeah. It makes it more,
you know, but it's like,
interesting.
you know,
Yeah, whenever like I do like a Super Bowl pool or whatever, I like
yeah,
I got $50 in it. I need it.
yeah, you know, you want to watch it, you're a little bit more invested.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think some people get crazy with the degenerate gambling and stuff like that. But I am going to. This is. I don't want to say my last season. I don't want to say that on camera and on record right now. But this is going to be the season. I'm going to keep track of all my NFL games that I bet on, and we're gonna like actually see. Because last year I think I did really good. Like, bro, I started off with like $200. I made like $5,000 off of like little $10 bets and stuff like that. But bro, there was like, and I think I showed you, there was like 4 or 5 weeks in a row. I won like $500-$600.
Yeah, I remember like,
And then
I
like
remember that.
I won on Phil's fight during one of those times and stuff like
Oh, yeah.
that. I was going crazy that week. I won like $2,000
Yeah,
in
I
one
do
week.
remember that.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh, I got that thing that I was talking about happened where like they all pop up.
You got it?
Yeah,
Nice.
I wasn't doing it before.
So yeah, this is what I was doing before. But I could definitely understand. We gotta talk to little Dave about it. Really figure this out.
Yeah, well, he's at work again. Working man.
So what's going on with the guy up at Flagler on the crane thing?
Oh, at the Perchathon? Oh, yeah, by
Yeah.
the way, after this, everybody, we're going to be going over there and shooting live
To the Perchathon.
to the Perchathon.
Let's
yeah.
go. Let's
I don't
go.
know if we'll be able to talk to him, but we'll check it out.
Hey.
You know, we'll share it out later, you know, try to get a little bit more support. When I rode by there earlier, it wasn't too busy. I would like to see it a little busier. I don't know. I haven't seen it like in the past few hours, but when I was out in Flagler earlier,
So what exactly is he doing over there? Like, what's his reason for being up there?
so he goes to a church called Salty Church here in Flagler, and they sponsor a school as like, I guess, part of their charity programs or whatever. And he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do extra," because they ran like $15,000 debt in their school lunches.
The
And everybody's like-
Bunnell School.
Yeah,
How'd they get a debt for a school lunch?
because the kids don't have money for school, and they still give them a lunch anyway. Now there's free lunch now, but last year there was no free lunch. So
Wait, say it again. So, okay, there's free lunch now, but last year, so did they tell them it was free lunch or like, hey, this?
well, it's not necessarily free lunch, but they're not just turning them away for the food and making them go hungry all day. So, but they're eating all that money. So, but what happened was when they get a grant next time, say they get like 50 grand for the year, that they got to pay that 15 grand back first. So then everything else that they were going to spend their yearly budget on, you know, they're going to have like about a third of the money, half of the money. So that's what he's raising money for, is to equalize out that debt. And he's also, like I just said, they're letting those kids get free lunches but he's also every week 100 kids take food home for the weekend because they probably won't eat much Saturday, Sunday until they get back to school again on Monday. So they give out 100 every week.
So he's pretty much just raising awareness for what's going on.
Yeah, well,
he has a sign.
Yeah. And also too, if you go there, you can bring the canned goods so they can stack up because like every week 100 kids are getting free food sent home.
How long is he going to be out there till?
Till Sunday at 2, I believe.
2 in the afternoon, I'm guessing, or in the morning.
45 hours.
So in the middle of the night, he's out there.
Yeah.
That's got to be pretty peaceful.
At night, yeah, but in the day, man, it's hot.
Does he ever come down like pee, or where, is he peeing up there?
He got a bucket.
Does he taking a shit up there?
He's gonna have to. 45 hours. I imagine he's gonna take one.
That's funny.
And then he was eating French toast and sausage this morning from Friends Cafe. Like they're supplying him with the food the whole time.
Shout out Friends Cafe.
Yeah, and he's also trying to get school supplies up because they're already going to be short on their budget. Even if he gets 15 grand or whatever he does, but you know, and this is common everywhere that a lot of school teachers like spend their own money to get like supplies.
I can see that.
So yeah.
I think it's pretty dope. He's got to be hot, man. He's got a cover over his mouth.
Yeah, he does have a cover. Luckily, it would be rough without that.
Imagine if a bird like came up there and wanted to like see what's going on.
Yeah, but you know he's letting people throw water balloons at him also to see if you could try to hit him.
That's funny.
Free balloons for $2, and he's selling T-shirts too. And they got people also. Oh, if you don't want to like get out and walk around, you can just like pull up, and they got people taking the donations too.
I think I will donate.
And they have food trucks there, because you know it's not like some charity that's like in a percentage either. Like they're taking everything and putting it directly to their cause. 100%. So, you know, it's a nice gesture of a person to do that just to help out kids. And he lives in Flagler, I think. And this is Bunnell. And it's like, you know, also, too, the Flagler Beach mayor, like, kind of, like, supports the event and went out there and, like, I think gave a little speech before they raised him up. You know, and that's, like, another town. That's Bunnell, not Flagler. And they're still
nice
supportive of a local
showing love
town in Flagler County. So it's good.
You said... This is kind of local, but you said that Publix is banning dogs.
Yeah, and also, by the way,
can they do that? Are you talking about service dogs too?
I think service dogs they have to let in.
Right.
But you know, if you just privately chilling with your dog and you bring him in there, you can't do that.
But who's gonna like ask if it's a service dog? Like, oh, I gotta see ID for your dog.
Like maybe the manager or something.
No, they're not.
But you know, I seen a video just the other day that like some guy was at like some boardwalk somewhere, and the lady was like giving him a hard time about a service dog, and it's illegal to ask somebody like what their service dog is for. It's like a HIPAA thing. All they can only ask you like, oh, is this a service dog, and like what does it do for you? I think that's by law the only two things they can ask. But you know, someone just posted like something for like a local one of the new coffee shops around. There's like a few, and they were like, oh, dog friendly, and some guy was like. He's like, everybody's always talking dog friendly, dog friendly. He's like, that makes me not want to go to the place, which I don't agree with.
Oh, because he doesn't like dogs?
I guess he don't want the dogs in there, but I feel
he might be allergic.
Yeah, whatever reason. But I guess that's a decent point. But come on, man, dogs. And it's National.
I don't like dogs, bruh.
Yeah, and it's National Dog Day today, so pet a dog.
Oh, today's National Dog Day. What is that? What is National Dog Day? Another one of those.
Yeah, I guess
I'm tired of those, man.
Yeah, just in remembrance of dogs, I guess.
In remembrance of dogs. It's like, okay, so let me see what doesn't have a day. There's like Daughter Day, Son Day.
There's Father's Day, Grandparents' Day, Mother's Day is probably the biggest.
But then there's like Siblings Day. There's Brother Day, Sister Day.
Australian Boxing Day.
Is there really?
Yeah. I don't know what that means. It's something. It's like a real day also. We could like look that up right now, actually. I mean, it keeps letting me share the groups, man. I just keep sharing it.
I'm
keeps letting me.
I'm telling you. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. It's taking forever, though. I don't want to stop, though, because I want to share it up.
Did you hear about the? Well, I just showed you the video, which I want to post it on our page. I don't know. I don't know if I want to post that type of stuff. But did you see the guy the drunk guy who was on Flagler Beach? Like, I wonder how he. I think he might have like back kicked it. That's like a big piece to just break.
Yeah, that's the whole like top railing.
I'm like, how the hell did he take that shit off? Like, what the hell? Like, I don't even think there was any loose ones. Like, I was literally just there.
Yeah.
What would you do if you were there though? Would you record? Would you say something to him? Would you call the cops? Would you punch him in the face?
Well, I think it depends on his rowdiness.
Oh, he was a little rowdy. They said he broke a vodka bottle.
Yeah, and that probably could require some restraint. And if there's like a lot of kids around.
Yeah, definitely if there's kids around.
Yeah. Well, I think that the Flagler Beach cops like wrapped that up pretty good though too. You see how they like, you seen the footage right when they finally got him. They just twisted him up real quick, cuffed him.
Twisted him up real quick.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? Like I was in front of the ice cream shop where Baby O works at. Like I don't know, maybe like a month ago or so, and there was like some crazy lady. Like I don't know if she was drunk or just like a local crazy, but she was like attacking this guy. And I seen it. I was like, "Yo, look, check it out! This lady's attacking this guy." And and the guy was all bloody.
Whoa!
And yeah, and she kept chasing him. And like the guy didn't like punch her. He was like trying to get out of there, and she just kept going.
I would have uppercut her ass.
And it was funny. Like when the cops rolled up, it was like sweet. Like it was real smooth. Like he pulled up, and he was just like, "Hey, boom," and then like 4 seconds, like popped her in the car real quick, and then like they like parked, and then that was that.
That's funny.
Then another cop came.
Irate.
Yeah, but it was just he put her in smooth. It was incident free. I liked how they did it.
That's funny.
Shout out Flagler Beach Police for 2 smooth takedowns.
FBPD.
I feel like, I mean, it's got to be a pretty easy job to be a cop at Flagler. You know, you're not all high strung like criminals everywhere. Like how to get these perks. You know what I mean? Like,
They're definitely down at Finn's, Fuego del Mar, or Tortugas. They're at Coquina. They're at Port Waltz.
what, chilling?
Yo, they got like a downtown. They got a little downtown, little strip going on now. I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you were to be, that's like the extent of your job, like the nighttime.
Yeah.
You know, them Palm Coastians.
Yeah, on Friday and Saturday, a lot of time I'll see him like parked right in the median there in front of Johnny D's.
They get the bridge. They get that. They get speeding for sure, but they don't get too much. They get, oh man, but they have 4th of July.
It's not really a thing anymore. I mean, it has been.
But back then, that was like their day that they had to worry about.
Yeah, Flagler.
No, think about it. No, Flagler Beach, like during the day, there be some dumb shit be going on. This guy.
Yeah. But I don't like how they don't have 4th of July Flagler Beach anymore. It used to be like a real fun thing about being around here. Like, because we'd be at like the beach all day. It was like everybody was there. It was just nice and they had it was just better than now. I don't like going to the airport and all that.
Yo, shout out to the people checking out the podcast. Manny said, shout out Manny. What are they building next to the new racetrack on 100? I think it's a Walmart. I think they're building a Walmart over there.
Next to the racetrack?
I think it's like a Sam's Club or something like that. On 100, the new racetrack that they got, like Old Kings in 100 right there.
Oh, that one?
And they're building some behind it. I think that's going to be like a Sam's Club or a Walmart because it's right on Old Kings.
You know, that's like kind of like a pet peeve of mine.
What?
People will always be like, who knows what's going on here? Or why was this store shut down for these hours? Like a random person knows, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like I always see that like every day someone asking like some question that like, I mean, I get he's asking us because this is a show about that, but
shout out Julie, I believe that's your people, Julie Bevel, and shout out Nickelboy. They say BJ's, but I think BJ's is the racetrack on 100. There is a BJ's going behind there. Okay, yeah, that's over by the hospital.
Yeah, there's 2 racetracks right there.
There's a racetrack over on Old Kings that I'm talking about too. That they're like clearing some space over there. But,
like in Palm Coast? Oh, that
on 100. On 100.
Okay.
Like,
I don't know.
By Seminole Woods, that racetrack.
Yeah.
Behind there, they're clearing out space. That's going to be BJ's and stuff. But down over on the other side of 95, that new racetrack that they built right there, I believe behind there, they're going to put a Walmart. Yeah.
That's convenient. That's the only reason I have to go into Palm Coast.
I was asking you, you said you haven't been in.
Yeah, earlier, yeah. It's like I went there like 3 weeks ago.
That's crazy. So what do you think about, let's talk about the Alan Lowe episode. What do you think about that episode?
That was pretty good.
It was. It changed my perspective of Alan a little bit because I thought he was going to be a little bit like crazy or a little bit kind of like stuck up. But he was real cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's how the media narrative gets you, man.
Did
like,
it spin it?
Yeah, like how
So does
cool,
that mean Trump
how cool is Trump really?
Yeah. Does that mean,
You know what I mean?
does that mean Trump is really
Yeah.
Trump?
Yeah, shout out Trump.
Man, we're not even going to get into that. I'm going to write that down though, please. Trump mugshot.
He wish he should
Mugshot.
have had a harder face. He's not like that.
But with the Alan Lowe thing, he brought up some good points. We talked about the free market. I like that conversation. What are some things you might have taken from that? I like how he's like he's not crazy right. He's like kind of middle right a little bit.
Yeah, middle right ish. But that spectrum changes though. That's why I asked him like, "Oh, are you like a libertarian?" Because that's kind of almost like left center. But then he does go to church and stuff, so that brings you to the right a little bit.
Church doesn't push you on the right. People on the left go to church.
Do they though? I'm saying a political left and right. Like, okay, so like, what are the issues that like socially like would be like against Republicans versus Democrats? Like Democrats don't like. Well, I'm sorry, Republicans are like, oh no, we're not doing this with the abortions, and that's like the one issue, but they do it a lot for religious reasons, like the right people do.
They do it for a lot of religious reasons.
I think they should just be like, fine, whatever.
Both are kind of religious sides. But
If the Republican side was like, you know what, whatever, just do whatever you want to do with abortions, and then now like, that's taking away the major issue that left people have against them. But I don't even want to say that, man, because I don't even like fuck with them like that.
He said that like he never did say if he's going to run or not. So do you think he's going to run again?
Probably for something.
But not for mayor? I think he was talking about like city council or something like that. His district or something like that.
C-section. You know what the thing that... Remember the quote he said that like, oh, the people need to be told what they need to know about. Like, when he was mentioning like a councilman that was here before, when he was like, oh, people don't need to say what they're concerned about. They need us to tell them what they're concerned about. But I was kind of thinking like, well, okay, like we can like sit here and talk about that all day, but what does Palm Coast need? Like, how can you solve that? Like, are they doing an okay job? Because
what do you think Palm Coast needs?
Factory. I mean, all it is like retail stores, and like he was saying, like you'd be a waiter, you'd be a sales associate.
We have a big construction industry in Palm Coast.
But the thing about the construction is like, unless you own like a construction company, so you're just like a worker.
There's a lot of there's electricians. There's like
there's
service
market
that kind of there's a lot of like residential stuff. But ACs, a lot of people need ACs and stuff like that.
Enough though. Because I feel like they already have that. But the majority of people ain't gonna have that business. That's why like every little thing you see, like, oh hey, I need this done in my yard, and you'll have like 30 people like saying, I could do it.
Yo, I saw that one time. It was like, yo, post your business, and I was like, wow. There's like, but I was like, is this the age of people going back to owning their own businesses and like? There was like a whole industry fad, and now people are like, I'm just going to own my own shit.
I heard that actually a few years ago that like some economists and stuff were saying that like it's going to be all like smaller.
Yeah, because like in the 20s and 30s, like you made shoes, your dad made shoes, your grandfather made shoes, You made doors. You made windows. Your grandfather made windows.
I think on a small scale, yeah, but there's two big companies to just let that go. They can do it cheaper, and they have the money to do it. But I guess, man. So I don't know exactly. I don't know. What do you think?
Um, I think that we need. I think we need industry. I think we need like nightlife or like fun things to do. Like here in Palm Coast, where people don't have to travel and do them, where people from other places are going to travel here. We really don't want that. They don't want that, but we're going to need to do that. It's kind of like that Margaritaville.
Yeah,
Are you allowed to gamble in Margaritaville places?
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I guess. I mean, there's some nightlife in Flagler Beach. They have like the brass tap and whatnot. I see, like, there's, they have the,
Well, these are like restaurants, but I kind of mean like,
they have like the Portuguese club, the Italian club.
you point that mic at you kind of more.
I feel like they do have a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean those are like restaurants that stay. I mean, like kind of like maybe not a club. Like Finn's is like nightlife, like a bar, like the Coquina spot. Like those are kind of like even okay. Brass Tap, yeah, I guess those are.
But I mean, they have that.
I want something open until like 3 a.m.
That's Palm Coast. That's not the business. That's Palm Coast.
Or they open until like 2:30. That's not that bad.
That's two.
That's not that bad. Two's not that bad.
It's two.
But is Brass Tap open till 2 a.m? No.
I don't know. No, probably not. I don't even think there is any type of like. Well, they have like what, like Scruffy's and I don't know the bars in Palm Coast like that. The bowling alley. What else is there?
Scruffy's.
Is that even still there?
Yeah, they're over in that plaza over by Wells Fargo.
Remember, maybe like 10 years ago or so, like in St. Joe Plaza, they had that one bar / club, and they had the outside area because it wasn't like two units, and there was like the whole outside area.
McCharacters.
McCharacters.
That was a dope spot.
That place was okay. Yeah,
It was underrated.
it was big. A lot of people.
Yeah, there was. Well, you could pull some stuff out of there, and that was like down the street from my mom's crib. So I was just
It was.
I was in that bit.
Yeah.
That was like a B section spot. I should get that. I was just talking to somebody like, man, but that's actually like the city building now, which is I think crazy or something.
I think it is.
Like a tax collector building
Yeah,
or
it's
something
like
like
a DMV.
that.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. There were some fights in there and stuff like that. That's funny.
I got in a fight in that place.
I remember my boy, Josh, I'm not going to say his whole name, but he was like choking the dude out. It was so funny. We were like, it was hilarious. But, man, we were just talking about Alan Lowe, but that was a good podcast. But then we were going to talk about your boy Trump, and he's had a pretty good week. We were talking about with Tucker Carlson getting like 200 million views
Yeah.
in 1 week. See, the thing is, what he's doing is he got fired, and I heard this from someone else, but he's gonna do his own thing for a year on Twitter. And then like whatever he's doing, he's going to use those numbers to then come back to someone and be like, you want to offer me something? We're going off of this. Like I'm getting 200 million views an episode. You're going to have to pay me.
Well, that Patrick Bet Davis already offered him like 40 million for like 5 years or something like that. I think it was something like that.
I'm not saying it's not enough, but that's not.
But he's already rich anyway. Like he's rich.
Tucker Carlson?
He was born rich. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, his the food company Swanson Frozen Foods, like you've seen the trucks for sure around. But like I think his mom owned that company, and
Wow.
and then his dad is like a vendor. Or no, I think his dad owned that company, and his mom is like a vendor belt. You heard of that name before, right? Like relative or something like that. So that's why he was like,
That's funny.
he was super rich his whole life. So I don't know if it's about the money.
Did you listen to any of the Trump interview with Tucker Carlson?
I think that was like a while ago, right? A couple weeks ago.
Not. It was during the debate. He missed the debates to do that. So
Oh
it was
yeah.
like a week ago.
I didn't finish watching that though. But, they always, to me, like whenever they talk, it's like just saying the obvious stuff that everybody already knows over and over again.
It's kind of a power. This is what I kind of like. Don't like Trump. They invited him, but he doesn't want to go to the debates.
You don't need to go.
And then Larry Elder is like crying because they didn't let him go to the debates. Larry Elder, just do what Trump did and just go on your own show and do whatever. If you have such a base, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he had the minimum requirements. But, I don't know why all those people do that anyway, because they're not going to win, and they know they're not going to win. Like, it's not even like a thing. Like, they know that they're not going to win. And Trump was leading, like, in the polls, like, by, like, 60% or something like that. Like,
That's crazy.
yeah. And DeSantis is pretty much out now, or what does Trump call him now? Desantimonious or whatever.
Once Trump comes up with your name, which you is game over.
Yeah.
He's like, I came up with a little name for him. I call him D. Santimoni.
It's crazy because like everything they do to him, man, he just makes him more popular.
It's crazy.
Are they doing that on purpose? Doesn't seem like it though.
Are they doing it on purpose that everything they do
because
more popular?
It makes it.
I think they're literally like trying to do things to like knock him out, and it's just not working. Like, you guys need to go cop those Trump shirts that I made. It says Trump 2024 with his mugshot on it, and we sold like 10 shirts, dude.
Yeah.
But definitely, you guys need to get one of those shirts. I'm gonna put a link up and stuff like that, and then clip this up. So I'm gonna show you a little picture right here. This is where Trump is gonna be. You're gonna see the shirt. Boom. Go ahead.
All right. Let me ask you this: you heard how like Alex Jones like 2 weeks ago was talking about how he got tipped off by a TSA person talking about they're going to be bringing COVID back.
I got tipped off by TSA person.
That is just high level information.
No, I didn't
But
do that.
anyways,
COVID's coming back.
so-
Alan Lowe said COVID's coming back.
Well, he said by mid-September they'll start doing like some travel restrictions, this and that, and the full-on protocol by next December.
Full on protocol. Do
And
you
a lot
know,
of people
do
are
you
like-
know protocol?
Is that what it was before? Yeah.
I'm saying they're like, hey, fall in line protocol.
Yeah, more vaccines, whatever, this, that.
Are you vaccinated?
Heck no.
Are you gonna get vaccinated?
Fuck no.
What if they say it'll count as a down payment on a home if you get vaccinated?
No, man, because then I might just die from...
I might do it for residual family wealth.
Man, matter of fact, right before we came on here, I was just watching the clip of something where the guy was saying like, it's like I'm talking about Canada though, this is like Canadian statistics, but he's like, it's the same thing that happened to all the test mice is happening to this population here too, which it's probably the same as America too.
That's like Canadian bacon, Canadian statistics.
But it actually makes you more susceptible, man. So... But then, people are going off and saying that, like, okay, well, this is like all to do, like, mail-in ballots and shit like that.
I bought stock in Moderna and Pfizer. Because the last train, I got it, but I got in, like, a little bit too late. But I knew about it, but I only had, like, a little bit. But it went from, like, $20 to $400 a share.
Yeah, I was saying this other thing, and mind you, this is from UK, but they were saying that they bought 77 million doses for Moderna. And speaking of that too, they're about to sign a 10-year government subsidized like factory in England for Moderna. So stocks might be going up too once they get that 10-year contract.
That's crazy.
But that just shows to show you like how like they've been gearing up to like push it out and keep pushing it, and now they've grouped up the flu and RSV with it too. So that's 3 vaccines you got to get now with boosters.
What is RSV?
Respiratory.
Yeah, something virus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't agree with that stuff, dude. But it's crazy because you almost like have to go with it.
I was able to skate last time. Did you get vaxxed?
No. But I damn near had to leave my job. But luckily I was already gonna leave my job. But they were like, yo, everybody's gonna like, there's word coming down that they're gonna make everybody get vaxxed.
Yeah, my sister had to do that for her hospital job.
What about the nurses that came back? Did they get back pay and stuff like that?
I don't think
The
so.
nurses that got fired? I heard something like that.
Oh, that was crazy.
So how Larry Elder, we already talked about that. Vivek, A lot of people like Vivek Ramsaway or something like that. But I'm gonna call it right now. He's giving me Snake vibes, dude. Like he kind of just panders and says whatever people like. He's like, "Oh, I like the way that sounds." Like, yeah, you're gonna like the way that it sounds because he only says stuff that people like the way that it sounds.
Yeah, and he was the first one to raise his hand about supporting Trump too, which was a good power move. And it was crazy too because you seeing his hand go up, then another one, and then like everybody else pretty much raised their hand.
Does that make him a leader?
Well, it just like goes to show you like
He stands for
who you want to be fucking with. Because like I said, those people know they're not going to win. Like they all know that.
What is
They're just like,
what is-
they're just like getting their name
raise
out.
a hand for Trump for what though? Saying that they
If he, like,
support him.
yeah, and if he like gets elected, we'll just support him.
Yeah.
Like, and people like he's not going to get convicted of anything, even if he does, which he probably won't, because he hasn't yet.
That mugshot of a president, that's crazy.
Yeah, first saying, and what he
That's
got arrested
it.
for is bullshit.
You
He
should
got
get- you
arrested
should
for
get-
like literally saying something.
You should get one of those shirts though, because this is like a historic moment, dude. I'm telling you, like they're gonna be worth a lot of money. That's the crazy. They're gonna be worth a lot of money,
Yeah. Yeah, one day. This is
and it happened already. The shirt's already made. Like the mugshot's already taken. You can strip it and everything like that. So everybody cop one of the shirts. Speaking of getting locked up, you said, is the sheriff budget too big? What do you mean about that?
well, this is
Flagler County Sheriffs?
yeah. So, and this is what Alan Lowe was talking. Well, Alan Lowe didn't mention anything about the sheriff or whatever he's talking about, but like they need more money. They need more money. The town's thing isn't balancing out. What we got going out and coming in is at a deficit. But man, they just built like this gigantic new station, the war room. Like there was like a small dispute at Popeyes yesterday. And
Were you there?
Well, I was driving on 100, and I was like, "Hey, let's go to Popeyes on the way home." And there's one cop's behind, and I had my trailer, and then like the cop was there, then another cop. So then they both go to Popeyes too, and then when I turned a little bit, I could see, and there was like 3 more cops there. So I surveyed the scene, and it looked like there was like a possible fight or something. But it was like one dude, a girl was there, no more than like 5 people totally involved in the incident. Like I said, it was like 5 cops, man, 5 cop cars. Like, why?
They gotta hold it down. They gotta make sure of everything.
And then I always see things too, like on 100 they do this a lot when they do like their weekend roundup or whatever, and they just like pull over mad people to get like income. Like that's not policing. That's taking income off of people for. I guess they're breaking the rules, but where's the leeway in life? It's not about enforcing the law or being safe. You're trying to get money. That's what you're doing. That's what it's about.
I can see that.
It just seems like there's mad of them, and it's been like that for a while. Go to like other cities, and like you won't see near as many like just police per area as when you're in Palm Coast. And but
I heard there was like they always talk about like, oh, we put like 250 more cop cars on the road, and I think at one point they said there was like one. If there's 100,000 people, then there was like one squad car for every 1,000 people or something like that, or even more than that.
one squad car for every 1,000.
So there's like 100 squad cars.
So
Wait.
there's 110,000 people in Flagler County.
No,
So
yeah.
there should be 110 squad cars on the road.
That's what they do have, I believe.
That's
That was
fucking
like-
crazy. That's way too many. Like not that much stuff goes down. Like, and we try to report our crimes and stuff that we see, and it's like not that many.
And there's a lot of people who are like, yeah, thanks. Keep it up, Flagler County. Good job. I'm like, wow.
And
But
yeah, and then if you're doing so much stuff, nobody got to make a spectacle out of everything that you do. Every time like to do like a drug bust or whatever, like out there with army equipment.
they be having a lot of shit.
And they just had like a dual bus for fentanyl. Like I was just reading that also earlier today too, which that's good. I mean, that's good busts.
The fentanyl?
Yeah.
Get it off the street. I don't like it anyways.
Yeah. And they had the mugshots of the two guys. You could tell they were both junkies. Like, yeah. So.
How do you feel about, like the roulette thing or the lottery thing that they do?
Why don't they just go get him? It's 2023. You don't fucking know where people are at. Like, everybody knows where everybody's at. You know? Yeah.
Go get them.
Like, right? Like,
No,
you know how many cameras are up
it's
around
like,
here? Like,
they just got the lottery thing. Is just take all of them out there and just go look for all of them.
yeah, like, I think just go get them. Like, how about instead of a lottery, just who has the worst charge that you should probably be getting off the street? You know, like, you're going to leave the guy who was a fugitive from, like, a aggravated assault, and, like, another guy for some nonviolent, like, stupid shit, like a VOP or whatever. I just don't understand about it is, like, just go get them. Like, right now, if you had a case on you, they're going to come and get you. You know, it's not... Yeah, that's the part I don't understand about it.
What do you think about these upcoming podcasts that we have coming up, or just the direction that we've been going?
Yeah, I like doing the interview with, like, people that, like, do stuff around town.
I think people have been pretty receptive to those and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to get this one lady on who's interesting, who's involved. I know we got the sexpert coming.
Manny said a 24-hour casino would be dope. That would be dope. Just like a little card, like how they have in Orange City or something.
Oh, yeah.
That would be fire in
Yeah,
Palm Coast.
yeah, it would, and it would go hard too. Because I don't know if y'all remember this, but over there, like, you know, the Circle K by Jimmy's house on like down as you start getting into Matanzas, and they have that BP gas station there. It's like a dog treats store now and spa or whatever. But it used to be the
Little gaming thing.
the gaming thing that had all those gaming machines in there. And,
It used to be
and people were
packed.
going there a lot. Yeah,
Yeah. People be going to them bitches.
I don't know what happened to that place. I think they shut them down. But people were going there drinking and gaming.
I think that would be a dope spot if we had like a poker room. I know Lil Fields was talking about that too.
Yeah. It's so weird how they like arbitrarily say like, okay, gambling's cool here, cool there, but not here. And then how much money are we going to get out of it? Because then it might be cool if we're going to get a lot.
Yeah, that's how they be doing it. I don't like that either.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And like, I remember when they tried to open like a strip club. Like, you remember the Food Lion Plaza, then they ended up moving it to like the beach, Hollywood's. And that
I
place.
don't know why they keep getting shut down. If I was mayor, I'm going to let those things stay open. That's one thing I'm going to do. Vote for John. But I think I'm going to go for like city council first.
Just go for the big dog seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll be talking to them. Oh, y'all, this is what we're going to do. Really direct shit.
Just gotta find out how they're gonna
Divvy up the bread.
Yeah, how you gonna distribute? Are you gonna be a good distributor?
He's a good earner.
Yeah, he's a good earner. And that's how they gotta operate to some extent, man.
It's crazy. They be like cutting ribbons and stuff like that. Do you think Palm Coast is like developing pretty well? It almost seems like it's bottlenecking to me. Like, I think people talked about they're like building the houses too fast. Like, there's not enough jobs.
But they've been doing that though.
Yeah,
But
I guess people just live here.
But like
and
Lo
work.
was saying that like the people who are buying these houses, I don't think are working there. Like, I mean, you just come to Palm Coast and buy like $500,000-$600,000 house or whatever. Like, you're not probably looking for like a job locally. You already got money, and then all those service jobs and retail jobs we talked about, you get servicing them. You know, but
So
I think
it's
there
like-
needs to be another like some factory would be good. Because if you remember on the podcast too, he was saying that like the guy who had the land for the Amazon distribution center in DeLand,
got shut down.
no, he had land in Palm Coast too, but Palm Coast shut him down.
Yeah,
That would have been like 400 jobs or something like that.
A lot of people would go and work on that Amazon factory.
Yeah. And then, when people make more than $12, $15 an hour, you know, you got to have some managers and some people making some mid hundreds and
If we had a warehouse
spread
like
that money
that,
down.
we had a couple warehouses like that, we could have like a club. Because people could make money to go to the club and they're going to work hard during the week and they want to go do something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess one thing I think it's pretty fun though already. I mean, that's why.
Nah, we need like a nightclub. There's no nightclubs.
Yeah, it's not.
That'd be super dope.
But I don't know if there's enough people for like a nightclub. Because you just have to. It'd be the same like 100 people going there every week.
Same 100 people. I mean, that's what happens in Daytona.
I guess.
You know what I mean? That's what happens in Orlando too.
But you know how Palm Coast people are. They're like, "Oh, when did you get out of Palm Coast? It's lame." So they want to go somewhere else.
But I honestly think other people from other places would come to the club in Palm Coast too. But you just make it like not even like a crazy club, but like an after hour spot.
Yeah.
That's what you need, like a late night after hour spot.
I think you have too many police around there for that.
They're around every other place, just act accordingly.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know, but
They may have that already, and we just don't know about it.
what, an after hour spot?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we need to make one. But then I want like a legit one so it doesn't get shut down by the cops or anything.
Yeah. You got to keep it 100% legit these days.
Got to.
Heck yeah.
Um,
So what else do we have on here?
we're
Oh, yeah.
What do you say?
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say we have Devoted Tattoo coming up.
Yeah, that too. Baby O getting a tat.
Lil Dave
That's
is gonna
exciting.
get his first tattoo.
Documented
Documented.
on camera.
I said he's gonna cry.
Nah, he ain't gonna cry. Heck no.
That's funny.
Yeah. One other thing was like I was bitching about before we got on camera was like I feel like we're kind of a Trumpish character.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're getting.
We're on the outs of some of the people that we want to talk to.
Are we blacklisted?
We're not in the echo chamber.
So-
No, people just want to control their narratives and their images.
Do you? We don't have to say a specific name, but so let me get this straight. So you're saying there's a community or group-esque on the internet or Palm Coast community that is kind of not letting other people's like content onto their page?
Well, no, I'm not saying exactly that, but yes, but that's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying, Dave?
The people like kind of like clicked up and stuff, and like for example, we try to get, we want to start doing more interviews and like getting stuff out and like kind of relevant to what we were talking about with Lowe. Like we, talked to that person, and then they said, I'm not going to say the name that they said, but oh, is this blank?
Ah,
And then we were like, no, it's not, but we do want to talk to you about this.
yes.
No response.
Yeah. So we reached out to somebody, and because we weren't a certain
That
somebody,
they already knew in their echo chamber.
they weren't going to exchange with us, but they thought
Exactly.
that we were them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we should just, I don't know, go out and just talk shit about the guy.
Maybe. Not yet.
Which really pisses me off because he's a fellow Lebanese.
Yo, that would be dope if they did like put something out about it, like defending himself.
Oh yeah, I remember like another thing too is like he had like a black faced avatar, and you were like, "Nah, that's not the real."
No, but it's crazy. Somebody made a fake one.
Yeah,
That is crazy.
yeah, black faced avatar. Yeah,
So I think you did something last week. I wanted to talk about the junk removal company. So we both have handyman junk removal businesses. Yours is pretty much based in Palm Coast. Mine's based in Orlando.
yeah.
But we help each other out and stuff like that. How do you? I like the junk removal business. What do you think about it?
I like it too.
Pretty
It's
easy,
easy, yeah.
but like there's a physical aspect. But I like the physical aspect of it.
That's what I like about it too, because my main job is like on a computer, so it's nice to like go out and like do some heavy lifting or whatever, get some sun,
Definitely feel you.
some cash. And it's not like you have to really commit a lot of time. It's just small jobs, so it's like just go in, do the small job, and get out.
um, how do you feel about the competition in Flagler County?
For junk removal,
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of it because it's like kind of a low entry kind of thing.
What do you think everybody's doing? Do you think they just are like a friend of a friend or something like that, or
Oh, it's kind of like pressure washing, kind of. I feel like
what do you feel like?
a lot of people have them. Like
They have a guy
you
that
just
does
hear about somebody, you go with them. Only a few of them make a lot of money, but a lot of people do it.
Mm.
Yeah, because there's some people like they got like several dumpsters and stuff like that, and they're doing bigger things. But see, I feel like that's what's good about like what I do is because like I'm not rolling up an F-350 with like a 10,000-pound trailer that I got to have a $500,000 minimum to show up. I'll come there and like I might do it for $200, 150 if it's not that much. It's like put in somebody's mailbox, real, easy shit.
Yeah.
And well, yeah, low overhead. Yeah, because that's not my main job, so I don't have to like oh, I got to eat off of this.
No,
Like
that's what I like about the junk removal too. Like I do other work too, so it's not that this is the thing where I have to do it. But we can charge what we really feel, and if they don't want to go with it, then they don't got to go with it.
Yeah, because I don't want to. I want to do a good job, but I don't want to like.
You want to
be doing mad.
Yeah, you don't want to do a lot of work for a little bit of money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'd rather overshoot it, and then maybe I can get a cut a little bit. But like when you already passed, like let's say you charge like $100, $100 is like a halfway. You're like, after this, you're like, fuck, now I'm losing money. Damn.
Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of stuff is going to go wrong, and something could be different. Even with the junk removal, you never know.
But if you charge a little bit more, I'm gonna take the time to make sure I did it right.
See, but that's what screws a lot of people over. Also, like if you're trying to jump into like a small business, and I'm just going to charge the cheapest. And then it's like you start finding out, like, man, this sucks, and so you got to start half-assing shit.
Yeah,
you don't.
And then you become one of the people that charge what it's worth.
Yeah, but if you even make it, because you probably go out of business, like,
fairly
I'll do
quickly.
this whole driveway for $100. It's like, are you? That's going to take you like 4 hours, and you got to drive over there, gas for your thing. We're going to do all that for like $20.
Yeah, that's why there's been some opportunities that I've had recently, and I've actually, in my head, it's like I'm gonna have to start saying no to some of these opportunities because it's money, but relative terms, it's not enough money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
And like plus you got to keep your paperwork.
Right.
You got to pay for all that, so that's all in there. And your business insurance, all kinds of stuff, man. Like, that's why I said the service. The one you mentioned earlier, like, you could have an AC company or this company or that company. It's like, yeah, but the competition in that stuff is like so high around here too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is why I like the handyman industry, because you can do kind of a lot of things. We could like tile this room if they just need to do that. Like me and you could go in there and do that, but like, it's a little, you charge by the square foot, maybe like $5 a square foot or something.
Yeah. See, but I wouldn't even want to get into like huge jobs like that.
Tiling this room in here,
I mean, I would tile a room,
but not a whole house.
I wouldn't want to. Yeah, and we don't like. I don't do it all the time where it would be like, all right, just get in here and do it. It would be like, I have to think about it, and you know what I mean. Like it's not like you do it every day.
I can understand that kind of. One thing that is dope that I'm also getting into is so I was Ubering around and I pick up this one guy, and he was like, hey, sometimes I need people to like fly to Mississippi or fly to Colorado and go pick up a car and drive it back. I'd like to do that. And especially like I might do it. It might be a truck. You know what I mean? Like be some dope stuff. I can't smoke in it though.
That's up your alley too.
Yeah. I like driving.
Transporting things.
I just want like one thing I'm realizing is like this inflation is really at first you kind of deal with it, but now it's like I have to charge more. Like my last job, I was getting like $19 an hour, but I became an apprentice again at a company. Like driving trucks, I was doing pretty good, like $1,400 a week. But when I went to building houses and I was an apprentice, like 19 an hour is like, bro, I was getting like $650 a week. I'm like, bro, what am I gonna do with this?
Yeah, it's nothing.
It's like, so it's like, bro, really like,
See, that's
so
what sucks about me, man. Like, I have a job that you have to have like a degree for. That's a decent paying job, but I still got to be looking to do
for
like
extra
little
money.
jobs. Yeah,
That's true.
yeah. It's not like I'm like some. I don't know. I make well more than that an hour.
When like
And
two of your paychecks should pay all your bills.
I mean, they do, but like, I'm not just gonna sit in my house all day and
Right.
you want to like save some money up. Like,
Right.
I got a kid. Like, it's just like you just need more. Like, you're just gonna you can't just stay in your house all day.
That's crazy. Every time you like have to buy something, you have to buy two of it.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah. Hoping I'll get a payoff one day. It's pretty smart.
That's true. It's an investment.
Yeah, it's like get rich. Like Floyd Mayweather's dad or something like that. He's just chilling.
True.
Snoop Dogg's uncle. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Did you hear about the dudes Fresh and Fit and their podcast being demonetized on YouTube? It was possibly for Nick Fuentes being on the show, but then also possibly because they like degrade women on there a lot, and they're kind of like Kevin Samuels esque. But
well, Kevin Samuels speaking facts.
it just came up that they were making $50,000 a month just off of super chats where people pay to like write a comment in.
Damn.
I'm like, man, that's crazy. But more power to them. But like, I knew that was gonna end. That's something we were talking about. And then the Bobby chick, like these podcasts, sometimes they're like wave podcasts. As I said, like we're linked in with Flagler County. As long as there's a Flagler County, there's gonna be a Flagler Weekly.
Yeah, the
you
Bobby
know?
podcast thing was weird. Just like pop up, have like,
Yeah, and she was like, so, like
man,
that.
she sucked. I feel like that was just like an experiment to see if like you can just make anybody famous depending on who they talk to.
I guess they tried
Kind
to.
of, I guess it didn't work out because I feel like she kind of blew it, and then she caught beef with Drake like a few weeks later, and they like
Where was
unfollowed
going
each other.
on that he smashed and that she broke up with her husband divorced her.
You think that's true?
I don't think it's true that Drake smashed. They might have been going through some stuff like some newfound fame. She might have been talking kind of loud.
But did the husband divorce her? Is that true?
I don't know.
Because he was like a rich guy too. He's like a programmer or something like that. Like she like came off like she was all poor, like asking for money and this and that. But she had money.
We should reach out to Barstool Sports.
Do it. You're the reach around. Oh yeah. By the way, like
The reach router.
yeah, because you got good presentation skills, as we've recently seen.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
So we were gonna keep this one pretty short. I appreciate you doing this with me. Yo, I think either now or when Facebook gets to 1,000 followers, I think I should interview Dave.
We should do it.
And then maybe like at 5,000, you interview me.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
But I'm definitely gonna interview you. I'm gonna ask you one question right now, as if this was an interview for Dave.
Okay.
Did you feel pressure, like when your first child was born? Like, did it switch another gear into you?
I mean, that was like 20 years ago.
Wow.
But yeah, I feel like, yeah, you got to get a little more serious because I like got into school like,
How old are you?
Around
You were
that.
23?
no, I think I was, yeah, I was 23. Yeah. Yeah, and I just started school. So I mean, I was kind of getting my shit together from You know, but I mean, as far as like the super drive, like, yeah. I mean,
That's real.
yeah, I mean,
That's real.
I don't know. It's like I have a kid now.
I definitely
But I
feel
rolled
you.
with my kid a lot for like the first 5 years. You know, everywhere I went, she went with me too.
Does it change up like income or like how much does like a kid cost?
Not as much as people say.
You know, like I don't have any kids personally, you know, and I know daycare costs a lot of money and
Yeah,
stuff.
it'll cost
You
you.
know, like diapers kind of cost money. You know, breastfeeding, if they're breastfed, it doesn't cost any money. But at that age, you know, diapers, I'm guessing like
I don't even remember, man. And I had even more money than I have now then too. So I was like, whatever.
would you have any more kids?
Kind of old. I mean,
My dad was 62.
I don't know, man.
You still
Maybe,
got 20 years.
maybe I would have one. Maybe.
If she was like young and like
But then
wanted
again,
one.
it's like, yo, I mean, baby was 16 now. He's going to be out of here in like 2 years.
But what if you got with like a 28-year-old law student or something? Well,
It would probably be, that would probably happen. There'd probably be a knockup going on. But
here,
then it's
fine.
just like, it just really limits you, you know? Like, imagine right now if you start like dating a girl seriously too that had like a 5-year-old or 2 kids or something like that. It's like, hey, you want to go here? Or can't. Hey, let's go there. Ooh, can't. You know, like,
That's deep.
yeah, you really want to like, especially if like you're really like partnering up with this person, like you really giving a lot for that. When now it's like, oh, I did my job.
What's some things that you wish you would have like invested in?
Fucking mad shit. Yeah, I just wish I would have like kept more of my money as I got it instead of just.
Well, not even just that, but I mean like a business you might have seen come and go or something like that, or where you might have been when something came out.
Like Bitcoin, I mean, for sure. Even the internet too. Like the internet. I remember I bought a computer when I was like 18 or something like that just to have it in my house. And I didn't fuck with that computer. You know what I mean? I just had it in there because I wanted the office in the house because, you know, oh, this is the office.
That's dope.
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely missed out on that.
Like, yeah, investing in it. But it was a lot harder to invest back in the day.
Was it though?
I
I
mean,
mean, the internet wasn't out, so we didn't have the facts.
well, like, yeah, like you had to like read it. It's like then you had to like send money to somebody and like kind of give your card information on the phone. You get a piece of paper that, like now it's a little bit quicker and a little bit more transparent. So I think people they don't think of it back in the oh why didn't you invest in this? Like bro, what the you just want me to like this harder money? I'm getting back then people were getting like $8-10 an hour.
Yeah, well, they did have like the .com boom or whatever, but a lot of companies did pan out. A lot of people just didn't understand like what was going to happen. A lot of people forget how it was like in the late '90s, early 2000s. Like it was much different.
That is true.
Yeah, like half the shit you're doing, not half. Fucking you can only do like 1%.
We definitely couldn't do what we're doing right now,
yeah,
like
for sure.
5 years ago.
Yeah, yeah, even yeah.
That's crazy.
Trying to make like a Skype call, like
With you remember like ding oh, people don't even understand that.
yeah. But like how I grew up or whatever, like people didn't talk about that kind of stuff. So, oh, you need to be owning this, owning that. And it was like, there was no like real, they ain't know. You know what I mean?
I definitely feel
Like
that's crazy. Yeah, it's like
yeah.
knowledge was really like a luxury back then. People don't understand like the how we're not taking advantage of what's in front of our hands.
Just like that. I don't know. Just like it's a completely different like thought process than like how like someone who is more well-to-do would like get raised. Oh, you need to be putting your money here. You got it. Nobody ever told me that shit. I was like the boss of people that I had no idea what I was doing. You know what I mean?
That's real.
Yeah.
I feel that.
So.
Sure that. Well, all right, man. We're about to go check out that thing. Maybe go get some ice cream from Lil Dave and stuff like that.
Hopefully we'll get a hoagie too.
Hopefully we'll get a hoagie too. Everybody, we're gonna stop dropping clips daily on Instagram and Facebook. Get ready. we're about to take over. We're not taking shit from no other podcast in Flagler County or whatever other people be doing.
Or any news organization.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we would see some stuff if people were like doing some
You
stuff.
know what's crazy to me though, because like you just showed me something. Well, I know we're wrapping this up, but you saw the other day you were showing me some other thing. The people they got no views, man.
Bro,
We have more views. I don't understand. Like,
bro, that clip we just got 15 views. That's like more than they got on like a thing that they're actually putting out.
yeah,
It's like, and I'm not even hating. I'm not trying to not be humble. This isn't about not being humble. It's like we're kicking the door down because whatever was going on before, we're destroying that. We're like, whew, it's crazy. I don't even understand what's going on.
yeah,
But I think honestly, this is a valid point too. We could be out of people's budget range. It's like, dang, I can't mess with them because I can't. You know what I mean?
Well, in the future, and as we're learning it more too, when you look at like advertisements and stuff like that, and like giving you new presentation skills that we see that you have, we're really cheaper.
Yeah.
Really.
Because really, for each content that we put out and you get tagged in it, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, and even think about the ads. It's just put an ad, and people will drop ads on paper, like a little magazine or coupon booklet or like that for like nothing, and like that many people aren't seeing that.
That's
like
right.
when you look at the odds of like this particular service that you're looking for, who's going to read this magazine at this time, and in the little 16th of a page is like $200 something, $200. And it's just like, what are you paying for? That's old school shit. This is like the new wave that we're learning more about, and you know,
yeah, man.
hopefully can take advantage of it.
Definitely. We're going to definitely take advantage of it. And we're bringing in the new industry. And with these new businesses are going to become new people that are going to understand the marketing and stuff. And that's what we're going for, dude. But appreciate everybody checking us out. Appreciate everybody commenting and everything like that. And nice. We did a smooth hour.
Heck yeah.
Got some comments, some shares, some all that stuff. All right, guys.
There should be a gang of shares. All right. Yeah. See y'all later.
Peace.